Peter Griffin, The Absurd Everyman, full biography, story, powers and abilities. In the world of adult animation, few characters are as iconic, outrageous, and unforgettable as Peter Griffin, the loud, lovable, unpredictable father from Family Guy. From slapstick brawls to nonsensical adventures, Peter represents the wild, unfiltered side of suburban American life, all packed into one big, bumbling man. Peter Löwenbräu Griffin was born in Mexico to an Irish-American mother, Thelma Griffin, and an unknown father, later revealed to be Mickey McFinnigan, a hard-drinking Irishman. Peter grew up in Quahog, Rhode Island, where he developed his loud personality, crude sense of humor, and utter lack of self-awareness. He was raised by his stepfather Francis Griffin, a strict and overly religious man who convinced Peter he was his real father. This upbringing gave Peter a confused sense of morality and a tendency to do the wrong thing at the worst time. Peter's early adult life included various odd jobs, including fisherman, factory worker, and even briefly working at a toy company called Happy-Go-Lucky Toys, where chaos always followed. Family and relationships. Peter is the proud, if often incompetent, patriarch of the Griffin family, which includes Lois Griffin, his wife, voice of reason, and often the only adult in the room. Meg Griffin, his teenage daughter, often the subject of Peter's cruel jokes and neglect. Chris Griffin, his kind but dim-witted son, who takes after Peter in many ways. Stewie Griffin, the genius infant with world domination plans and a British accent. Brian, the family's talking dog, Peter's best friend, and often his drinking buddy. Peter's relationships are dysfunctional but oddly heartfelt. Despite his countless mistakes, he deeply loves his family, even if he rarely shows it in a conventional way. Peter Griffin is defined by immaturity, impulsiveness, and a total lack of self-awareness. He is the living embodiment of chaos, a man who will punch a chicken in a 5-minute fight scene, declare war on his neighbors, or accidentally destroy the space-time continuum. He is incredibly naive, inappropriate, and often offensive, but he also possesses a strange charm and loyalty. Deep down, Peter means well, he just doesn't know how to express it without causing complete disaster. He represents the flawed but relatable man who tries to be a good husband and father, even if it means doing everything completely wrong. Powers and abilities. Though Peter Griffin is not a superhero, his cartoonish world gives him ridiculous powers and feats that defy logic and reality. Cartoon logic powers. Toon durability. Peter has survived explosions, being crushed, shot, stabbed, set on fire, and even falling from space, usually walking away with nothing but a bandage. Unlimited strength. When needed, he has lifted cars, fought wild animals, and brawled with celebrities and superhumans. Fourth wall awareness. Occasionally, Peter speaks directly to the audience, showing he knows he's in a TV show. Reality bending. Due to Family Guy's cutaway gags, Peter can instantly shift scenes, jump timelines, or appear in entirely different realities for comedy's sake. Unique skills. Master of improvisation. Whether pretending to be a doctor, celebrity, or knight, Peter can fake any role for about 30 seconds before it collapses into absurdity. Endless careers. He's been everything from a cop, pilot, and politician to the Emperor of Pretoria, a fake nation he declared in his backyard. Fighting skills. His legendary ongoing battle with Ernie the Giant Chicken shows Peter can hold his own in long, intense fights, often causing massive property damage. Since Family Guy debuted in 1999, Peter Griffin has become a staple of pop culture. With his deep voice, ridiculous laugh, hee-hee-ha-ha, and catchphrases like freakin' sweet, Peter is both a satire of the American dad and a chaotic force of comedy. He's appeared in crossover episodes with The Simpsons, Star Wars parodies, video games, and internet memes. Whether you love him or hate him, you can't ignore him. Peter represents unchecked freedom, a man who acts without thinking, guided by impulse and selfishness. But he also reflects something deeper, the idea that even the most ridiculous, broken people have love in their hearts. He teaches us, often by doing the opposite, the importance of empathy, responsibility, and self-awareness. Peter Griffin is loud, lazy, inappropriate, and endlessly chaotic, yet strangely lovable. He may not be a role model, but he's a mirror of our flaws, blown up into cartoon proportions. He reminds us not to take life too seriously, and that even when we mess up, we can still laugh, try again, and keep our family close even if we drive them crazy. Whether he's fighting a giant chicken, singing a Broadway number, or simply making a fool of himself, Peter Griffin is truly one of television's most ridiculous and unforgettable characters. And in his own words, you know what really grinds my gears? When people don't hit that like button. So do it already. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more hilarious character deep dives.